What's up, everyone? Dr. D here, bringing you another episode of Dr. D's Tips and Tricks, DDR for Dummies. And in this episode, it's kind of going to be a follow-up from last episode, which we were talking about speed options. And in there, to briefly recap, I was hoping you could get over mental blocks you might have when songs are double BPM. And I was also helping to explain to you why you always want to try to push yourself to comfortably reading higher and higher speeds to artificially, visually maximize the marvelous window to improve MA or PA or whatever you're going for. Now, in this one, it's going to be relatively short, but I'm going to talk about a strategy that I personally used for MAing, and hopefully you find it useful as well. If you look back when GDRA first came out, and I have my MFC list freely available for you to view, go ahead. Check the dates when I got certain MFCs, and you might notice something that you haven't noticed before. A lot of times when I get an MFC on a song, say 160 BPM, coincidentally there will be other 160 BPM songs I MFC'd that day. Well, it's not a coincidence. In fact, it's meticulously planned. Whenever I go to the arcade, I will play and I will warm up. I will try things that I think that I might be able to improve during the first round. I'll play things that get me in the mood, get my blood flowing, get me interested. I'll play things that I really want, that I feel there's going to be a great start to my day. If I particularly do well on a song that's 140 BPM, I'll tell you my secret. I will keep playing 140 BPM. Perhaps there's a BPM that you're not usually good at. For me, I'm not always good at 170. Not always. I'm not sure what it is with me. Maybe it's the read speed because the speed option is available. Whatever it is, 170 is my Achilles heel. So in general, I can't do well on 170. So if I'm playing it one day and out of nowhere I'm doing well on 170, you better believe I'm staying in 170 folder. If you look at my past videos and streams, you'll notice that a lot of times when I use sorting, I sort by BPM. I don't sort by alphabetical. Sometimes I sort by group, but I know the BPMs very well. I know the BPMs of lots of songs. I know that if I'm doing well on a 147 BPM song, which I'm usually pretty bad at, I'm going to keep playing 147 BPM songs. The theory is very simple. You're trying to maximize what you can do that day. If you're usually bad at slow songs like 120, 115, but you notice that today's a little different and you're doing pretty well on them, keep playing them. You are trying to take advantage of what you can do that day. We don't always do good on the entire variety and spectrum of BPMs every day that we go. We don't. Trust me, I wish we did. But whenever you notice that you're doing well on a particular song, take note. What's the BPM? Try playing the songs around it. You might find that you'll do well on those as well. Unless they have some syncing issues. But besides that, you might notice that you'll do better on those. You might also notice that you can find songs that are doubled or half of that BPM. Perhaps you're doing well on, let's see, put me on the spot. Let's say Somehow You Found Me. It's a 180 BPM song. Maybe you're doing really well on it today. Try songs half the BPM. Try Sana Manente. Still doing well? Great. Try doubling it. Try Healing Division. Try Paranoid Revolution. Try anything that's 360, 180, or 90. If you're doing well on a BPM, you should keep playing that BPM until you stop seeing any gains. Then you should play around. Now, of course, you should mix up your sessions. You should have a good variety. But I'm still telling you that whenever you're noticing that you're doing well on a certain BPM of that day, see how far you can take that. See if you can continue doing well on that BPM. Keep going. And you'll notice that you can maximize your gains on all of the songs that are similar, maybe even differing by a couple BPM, or several even. So it could be that day you're circadian rhythm is just tuned to that, but probably not. Probably it's maybe the read speed is very comfortable for you that day, and it just feels right, and that's why you're doing well. It could be several different things, but whatever it is, I've always noticed, and you can check my MFCs on what days I got them. A lot of times when I get MFCs around a certain BPM, I will keep playing other songs around that BPM and get those MFCs as well. This works whether you're going for MFCs, PFCs, or even double A's. Just make sure you also keep in mind double BPM. If you're doing good on 150, give Max 300 a try. Give Sakura a try. Give anything that's 300 BPM. Paranoia, Respect, you name it. If it's 300, give it a shot. And that's... So this one's relatively short, but it's a very important point, and that's why I wanted to give this one a separate video of its own. But hopefully you found it useful. Hopefully you keep this in your mind next time you go playing. Try sorting in the BPM folder like I do. See if that's helpful. It might be. Maybe it's not. As mentioned in the very first episode, I'm going to give you tips that help me out personally. Whether they translate to helping you out, I don't know. But hopefully it is. Alright guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.